Well, that is extremely unfortunate. So I was recording, doing very well. I went to make sure we were still recording. I mentioned, oh, we're at 4:44, and then went into my story of how I won NaNoWriMo 2020, and went and checked because I was just like, something ain't right. Halfway through my story, we weren't recording. So that's concerning. I'm gonna make sure we're recording now. Okay, we are back. I know, it's been a while, huh? This is episode 1 of Preptober 2021 series, essentially. And it's the story of how I won NaNoWriMo 2020. Basically, I have participated in NaNoWriMo for like 9 years, and I have never won it. I've made it, I think the most words I wrote before 2020 was 10,000. I may have made it to 20,000 once, but somewhere in that range. And that was the first year that I did it. And so I was introduced to NaNoWriMo by a friend, and I had never heard of it before. I think I was honestly probably like, 9 years ago. I'm 23. I was younger. Anywho, this same friend approached me in 2020 and asked if I wanted to do NaNoWriMo again because they were planning on doing it. And now I had no intention. I was pretty much done with writing at that point. It was just another thing to cause me stress and make me feel unfulfilled that I just had enough of at that point. And so it was like, I will come up with stories and I'll do little things here and there just for fun, but I will never take this seriously ever again. It's not that important to me, I guess is kind of what I said. Or it's so important to me that I don't want to make it something that I hate. And so I hadn't written anything for probably more than a year before that. I had kind of doodled a little bit of like an idea here and there, but that was it. And so in 2020, I had gotten into K-pop. Love K-pop. And through K-pop, I found, so it was the I Need You music video by BTS. And that video, the storyline of it, I just couldn't get off this idea of these characters and like their interactions and the overall storyline. It was kind of this thing that I was just developing in my mind to kind of distract myself, and it was fun. And so when I was asked to do NaNoWriMo, I was like, okay, I'll do this just for funsies. And I was going to write it as a screenplay because obviously I saw it as more of a theatrical work. Unfortunately, once I started writing, especially for NaNoWriMo, first of all, I realized I don't know how to write a screenplay. I've never written a screenplay, and I do probably tend to be more description-based than I am dialogue-based, which obviously that's what a screenplay usually is primarily dialogue. It's like, well, I can't tell you what the dialogue is without knowing every single other internal going on. So we scrapped that pretty quickly. And so I ended up choosing to do it as a novel. And now the big thing that I think really made 2020 the year that it worked out was, first of all, just the position that I was in. I was kind of in a more acceptance-based and opportunity seeking and taking mindset, which was definitely not where I was, a few months before. But I also joined a leadership group. And so for this leadership group, we had to, so in order to be inducted, you had to meet with a group once a week for a month, essentially. And I was like, perfect. We needed to have a project to check in every week and to set goals for every week. It's like, all right, I'm going to use this for NaNoWriMo. And I really think that was the biggest thing. I think it's really easy for me to be doing something and then just kind of fade out of it. Not even intentionally, just like, I don't want to do it anymore. I'll get to it another time. But because I had to meet with this group every week and I had to tell them, and I can't lie personally, I had to tell them like my progress. I would write, it would literally be the day before we would meet, and I would just write as much as I could. And I never actually met my goals each week. Like, I was never on track with Nano, like, you should be at this many words at this point. But by the end of the month, I did win at like 2 a.m. on the day before the last day. I'm not sure if that's the 29th or the 30th, but I won NaNoWriMo. I had written all of the words. And so there are a few things that went in to actually getting those words. That was Happy Planner. And so first of all, it was the accountability. The fact that I was writing a story that was a lot of fun and that I wasn't intent about. I didn't really think that I was going to be pursuing writing again until the end of NaNoWriMo, where I was just like so excited about this book. I was like, I think I can really do this, and I'm enjoying it, and it's helping me to develop a vision for the future that is more than what I had before. Because that was a major issue, is that I was in college and I didn't know really what I was working towards. I was like, I know I'm going to graduate at some point, but then what? And so, NaNoWriMo 2020, that was truly a life changer. Thank you so much, Ari. It really wonderful, and I'm doing it again. So here we are all together. You guys are my weekly accountability now. So hopefully, if you have no other source of accountability, please come check in, put your word count goals, your progress, your struggles, all that stuff. I'd love to hear it. I'm going to be using you guys for it, so it may as well be a two-way street. Or also check out Heart Breathings, because I know she has all kinds of communities, which I'm a member of most of them. So yes. So yes, first, accountability. That was a big thing. And also having kind of a vision and a goal. And now, another thing was, when I was writing, I was never too stuck on, everyone always says, don't edit while you're writing, don't edit while you're writing, but you still feel like you should be writing more. But I say, if all you can write is like basically a super detailed storyboard, if all you're doing is like brainstorming your idea and like bullet pointing your idea, those are still words. So do that. And that was the thing, especially by the end of the book, it was mostly like this happens and then this happens and this happens. And then if I needed more words, I'd go back and just add more detail. And so that's essentially how I won NaNoWriMo 2020. And then obviously by the end of it, I had decided multiple points of view were necessary. And shortly after NaNoWriMo ended, probably a few months, I also decided it would be a series. And yes, so for NaNoWriMo 2021, obviously I am officially going to be rewriting that first book, because it is really a totally different book. I'm not sure if I included that in this take, because like I said, I had filmed this a minute ago, but I am going to be working on my storyboard this time around, which is the scenes beat by beat. So I have all of my post-it notes and my lovely little index cards, but I'm not sure actually what officially my storyboarding structure will be. I'll link these down in the description. I don't have like an affiliate link or anything, but I got them on Amazon and I'm super excited about these. They actually don't have white cards, but I just make them myself. It's not that difficult. So I color code everything. So those kind of things are important. But yeah, so that's what you have to look forward to in next week's update. Yes, I have my bookshelf tour recorded. I just need to put a voiceover on it and show it to all of you. But yes, so I hope you're having a good week, and I will see you in the next update. Let me know what you're getting up to. And yes, bye-bye.